Hi there, it's Janice Thompson from JazzleDazzleCraft.co.uk. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator and I work in Scotland. So today I've come on to do a video of card 2 in my September class in a box kit that I send out by mail. So if you bought this kit, you will have enough bits and pieces in your kit to make 2 of card 2. You've got half a pack of the beautiful designer series paper there, so you can change up, as I am going to do, which papers you use. So the things I used in this September kit are all based on the beautiful autumn suite. Sorry about that. Yeah, so this is an absolutely gorgeous set and I thought it was just perfect for September. So we get this beautiful designer series paper. In the kit, those who bought it got a quarter of a pack of this paper. They bought the stamp set and the punches. They got some of the brush metallic. They got some of the acorn trinkets, and they got a yard each of the ribbons. Probably slightly more than a yard because I'm a wee bit generous on my measuring, simply because I'm sometimes lazy. So yeah, beautiful, beautiful suite, and as I said, everything, there's 3 cards and a box project for you in it. And then if you've got your catalogue, you've got lots more ideas there what you can do with it. So, you know, even if you're not that great at coming up with your own ideas, there's loads in that catalogue to keep you going. So, without more ado, let's get card number 2 put together. So again, you will have to do some cutting. I haven't cut all the layers. There will be blogs for anyone who watches this in the future. They won't come out publicly in September. In October, yeah, but maybe October, November they will be available to the public, but the videos but for the moment, just if you bought it, you can watch this video. Now I'm rambling. So I've cut a piece of designer series paper to layer onto my card base, and that is 10.1 centimeters by 14.4, and it just layers nicely. You can cut smaller and have bigger borders, that's entirely up to you. So I'll quickly just stick this on because that's... Look at the back, it seems a shame to be covering that beautiful copper foiling. It is a speciality paper and it is just gorgeous. So again, I'm just sticking some of this stamp and seal on, which I'm just... Yep, I'm getting on fine with it now. Again, just line up. Just make sure just that corner, and then maybe just make sure you've got that corner straight, and then that's it away. And it's beautiful quality paper, so it's quite thick. It's great. So that's that part. Card base basically to put together. This is coming to me here, so let's just put our sentiment on there now. I'm just finished filming card 1 and I did have a thank you sentiment on. Oh, here it is. Yeah, what am I like? So for this card I've gone more with the colours that are in the papers, because I wanted to showcase the designer series paper and this beautiful cinnamon cider, what do you call it, flock, it's like flock, velveteen paper. It's in the annual catalogue. It comes, there's a Highland Heather sheet, a soft seafoam sheet, and the cinnamon cider. It's just gorgeous. It's touchy-feely. It makes your card, you know, you need to touch it. So I'm going to use early espresso for my sentiment. Again, I'm sticking with thank you because then that gives me lots of nice thank you cards that I can send out. I think we'll straighten this up a wee bit. And again, these same dies are from the Stitch So Sweetly die set, which we have used in a previous kit. So for those of you who had bought that, the previous kit, I kind of thought it would be good to give you a chance to use these dies again. If you haven't got them, I think you might like to buy them. Absolutely fabulous set of dies. So again, that's just going to go flat onto this one at the back of it. Yep, very good, Janice. There we go. So just a couple. I always put a bit that direction. And that just sits nicely. Made to go together. I don't know if the Stitch So Sweetly dies are handy. Just to show you. Yeah, they are. Look, this is just a brilliant set. It's handy because I use this a lot. I'm just going to show you. These are in our annual catalogue, and for me, I'm glad I bought them because I've used them and used them and used them. I bought them, I thought, oh, they look nice. I think I might use them, but my goodness. So you've got these 4 dies that all could layer, and then you've got all these beautiful scalloped and stitched dies. So you've got 6 of these that all layer. How fabulous is that? So 6 there, 4 there's 10 dies, and gosh, they're just so useful. I'm going to pop them back in here out. I have put them on the a bit of magnetic sheet. It's kind of what I do, but especially with the die sets that I use a lot. It just keeps them tidy. Okay, so that was that. So then you have to cut. I've put you enough materials in your set, but you will have to cut to the measurements. So I've cut a piece of early espresso, my brain's gone. And this is 12.4 by 5.4 centimetres. Another piece of early espresso that is 9.4 by 4.4 centimetres. A piece of the cinnamon cider velveteen card or paper, and it is 4 centimetres by 9 centimetres. And then we have a piece of very vanilla for stamping on, and it is 5 by 12 centimetres. This is the bit I'm going to stamp on, so let's go for that just now. So again, where's my stamp set? We're just like, I've got myself in a fangle this morning. Okay, so we'll get the stamps out. I'm going to use this beautiful wee acorn as well. This little tiny leaf is getting it to come out, and the pine cone. Again, I'm not doing the filling in bit, but you know, you can play about with your stamp set once you've got it. So I'll put the teeny weeny leaf on that block, and there's an acorn can go in there, and the cone can go on there, and that's us. Right, now, as I say, I've got all the colours out. It's all a bit mix and match, so I'm just going to open them one at a time. And I'm just going to do the oak leaf a few times, just each one a few times, randomly. This is Cajun Craze. I love that colour. Do you know, I had it for a long time before I ever even used it. I didn't like it at first, I wasn't. But see, for autumn projects, oh yes, just perfect. Just a wee touch in there. That's that one. I just want everything to get a chance here. So we'll close that up. Oops. And then we'll use our sycamore leaf, and I think we'll do it, yeah, we'll do this one in the mint macaron. Which I'm not sure if that's just stained or whether I hadn't cleaned it, so let's just give it a wee wipe. Mint macaron is such a lovely colour, but sometimes I forget to use it. Right, that's it, just a few of it. It's just to give it all these wee stamps a wee debut. Let them all out to play. Early espresso, which is sitting here. We'll just... I had a wee blob of ink there, so let's just deal with it by covering it up. That's that one. Let's close these up. And then we've got a bit of cinnamon cider here. Just wait. Is that what I've got here? Cinnamon cider, yeah. Just going to pop the acorn in and around. Oh, see that bit where I didn't stamp so well, so if we just overlap the acorn over there, nobody will know. You don't need to be directional, for some reason I'm sticking with a kind of up and down direction, but there's no reason you could just stamp randomly with this. So I'm just going to have... Right, that's enough acorns. And I've got this little tiny leaf and I've not used crumb cake, so let's just go in the spaces with this. Close up my cinnamon cider. I think you all know me by now as the messy crafter, but I will clean up once I'm done. I've probably just filmed the 4 of these back to back and then tidy up. So I'm just using my crumb cake and fitting this wee leaf in. Oh, I've managed to get crumb cake on my hand as well now. This is very full, this wee bit of stamping. Of course you could just take a sheet and just stamp all over it and then chop it up and use it. There you go, that's enough is enough. It's really just to let you see what I did. So again, I'm just going to take my stamp and seal and pop that onto the early espresso layer which I cut out earlier. As I say, I didn't cut yours out, so you can, if you want to use different sizes you can, but the measurements are all there in your instructions, which I did remember to put in the boxes this time. Last time I forgot to put them in the boxes. Or no, I didn't forget, they were not completely ready and I didn't want to hold up people's product. That's right. As I'm filming this actually, I'm hoping that they will have arrived with you today, and I hope to make these videos public later on today once they download. So that's just all our bits now, just ready to assemble our card. So this one I'm going to pop on flat. Just maybe need to pull it back a little bit. Oh, come on. Right. This hasn't happened all week, and then suddenly whenever I put the camera on, there you go. Don't play up with me. because you've been really good and you've been really smooth and I've enjoyed using it. So again, I'm just doing this with a wee border. Be careful that you're quite straight with this paper because it will be noticed if you're not, but then the straight lines help you to line up. So that one goes on there. Now this one, I tied a wee bow around the bottom of this. So let's just do that. Just with a bit of this beautiful, it's copper like grosgrain, it's lovely. I didn't do a bow, I just did a knot. As this is quite a stiff ribbon, I just kind of thought a knot was enough. Now, trying to hold it down. There you go. Oops, just work it where you want it and then just trim it off. Actually, I think they should go opposite, that's better. And then just trim it off. I might have been a little bit extravagant with that there, but you can sort that yourself. And then this is to go down, that one's going to go down here. Now, because there's the layer under there, what I think I'll do is put some dimensional down here. Where did I put them? Here they are. Dimensional there, there, and then let's hope I've got the right side where I wanted them. Yeah, and then just pop some little glue on that side because I'm going to overlap it onto that layer. I think that will work quite well. I think. There you go. Again, make sure it's quite straight. And did you spot my deliberate mistake there? Forgot to take the backings off my dimensional. But the other side is glued onto the card. Oh no, it's come off right. Okay, that's a bit easier. See, we all make mistakes and I do them every day. There we go. So again, make sure it's straight where you want it to be. And perhaps you'll take this backing off your dimensionals before you try to stick it down. I make the mistakes so you don't have to. I could pretend I did it deliberately to show you what could happen. But I'd be lying. Again, I'm just popping some dimensionals and we'll put one in the middle so it doesn't sink. So this is an easy style of card. The measurements, how did they come about? They probably came about because of the size of some scraps I had on my desk. When I'm designing, I just usually use what's around me. So again, to put this on the card where it pleases your eye. Don't worry about too much about what I've done because at the end of the day, this is your card. And you have it the way it makes you happy. And then all I did after that was with some of the brushed metallic paper that I've given you, or card. It's in this suite. And what's it called? Just to make sure I've got it. Brushed metallic cardstock. There's 6 sheets of that in the full pack. I've given you a piece of it just so that you can play with it and find out if you like it. So you can order more if you want. So I have just used an oak leaf, the oak leaf punch and the acorn punch. So, and a couple of acorns. Whoops! And some oak leaves. I'm saying that again, leaves. Leaves. Where have I got that from? Habits. Oh, they've gone flying across my desk. I don't know if I'll even find them. Let's try and catch some. I do love the sound of our punch. Right, that'll be more than enough. All I want to do is just embellish this card a little. Right, and I think for this just use some mini dimensionals. I do like our wee minis. Just putting a wee mini on the back of each one. This is perfect size for these actually. Okay, so I'm just going to pop a wee acorn there. Right, one of the leaves. Behind it there, and something kind of similar. Just decorate it with what you want to your taste. I'm just going to put a couple of leaves there actually, I think that's enough. And then again just bringing in the elegant faceted gems again. You have got some of these in your kit, and I'm just going to pop a couple, a large one, and a small one there, and I'll just tuck in a large one, I think, just there actually. There you go. That's a second version of the same card, so very, very similar, just changed a few little details, like the interchanged the ink colours a bit, and just what I've punched out, just as I say, it's different, a different piece of the designer series paper, equally effective. In fact, I think I quite like the dog tooth better, but I like that herringbone as well, so do you know, I can't decide, but hey, that's card number 2. So thank you for getting this far through the video, and I hope you're pleased with your card. Thanks very much. Oh, do you know what? I did put some dimensionals up. Let's pop some more bling. Sometimes it's a kind of a signature that I used to put on all my cards, was just a wee row of 3 diamantes. Kind of like my signature on a card. Don't do it as much now. There you go. Just finished it off. But again, you embellish yours the way you want to. Thanks very much. Obviously, if you have any questions, get in touch. Not a problem to help out at all. Okay, thank you very much, and I'll see you on the next video. To be honest, I've just finished filming, and that's one of the ladies who bought the kit just messaged me to say she's received it. Anyway, see you on the next card.